Hey guys, what's up? Well, welcome back to my channel. Today I am shooting another empties video for you guys. I have a ton of products accumulated in this jar. For those of you who may not know, I have been on a low buy since April. What that means is I'm not buying any new makeup products that I don't need or need to replace. So there's a fair amount of makeup in here for once. Really in a state of mind where I'm trying to get but use products that I have, you know, save money, right? Okay, so let's get into this bad boy. First thing right on the top is the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. I love this. I learned about this from the Taylor here on YouTube. This is like a lotion face wash. It's very hydrating. It does not dry your skin out. One of these lasts me probably like 4 months or so. It's a pretty big size bottle, so I definitely get a lot of use out of this. I haven't repurchased this just because I bought a cheaper face wash that I'm trying to burn through right now, but I really do like this. Would recommend that. Next up, we have a Rose Water Facial Toner from Trader Joe's. I did a whole video talking about the Trader Joe's beauty products. If you want more information on that, be sure and check out that video, but obviously I loved it. I think this is like my second bottle to go through. I have repurchased, would recommend. It's only $4, so it's a great one. Next two things I have in here. This is the Pravana Vivid Chroma Silk color in the shade Violet. I have talked about this until I've been blue in the face. This is the hair color I have used to keep my hair purple exclusively for the past 8 years. My joke with this is I've been with this longer than I've been with my husband. I go through these tubes all the time. One of these big boys is equivalent to 3 little tubes. But yeah, I'm constantly burning through these. I love Pravana. They're the best. Don't buy from anyone who's not a licensed realtor. I've had a couple of people tell me before that they got bad color from Pravana, and it's because they were buying from a third party and it's not real. I know that people don't want to believe that knockoff products exist, but they do. So if you are not a licensed professional or you are not buying this from a licensed professional, I wouldn't trust it. Next thing is another hair product. This is from Pureology. This is the Perfect for Platinum Miracle Filler Treatment. I love this stuff. I use this after I get out of the shower. Before I brush out my hair, I spray it all over and use it kind of a leave-in conditioner detangler thing. I love this so much. It makes my hair smell like I was just in the salon, which I love. As well as I do notice a difference with my hair being a lot softer and smoother after I've used this. I haven't repurchased this yet because, like I said, I'm burning through a lot of hair products right now before I'm allowing myself to repurchase this, but I'm definitely going to get it again in the future. I have a big old bottle of lavender essential oils. For those of you who are into diffusing things, like I rarely am, but sometimes the mood strikes. I got this off of Amazon. It is just straight up lavender oil. I loved it. I used this for going to sleep, and honestly, so here's the thing. I liked it. I did feel like it kind of like soothed me and calmed me, but at the same time, I stopped smelling it after a while. Like my body got used to it. I couldn't really smell it whenever I was diffusing it at night after so long of using it. But then when I would come home from work and came into my house, I could immediately smell it. So I know it's like not working, but my body just got used to the smell and I could stop smelling it. But I did really like this. I think I paid like $10 for this massive bottle, so pretty good deal. I've got a deodorant. Super exciting, I know. This is the Suave Sweet Pea and Violet deodorant. Violet deodorant. The reason I buy this one is because it's like $1.50. It's super inexpensive, very cheap. It works. I smell great all day. Well, not great, but like I don't smell like BO all day, so I love this. Have repurchased. Will continue to repurchase because it's the most affordable deodorant out there. Ooh, okay, so I have a Suave Professionals Dry Shampoo. I used this way back in the day, like 2010 probably. I used this and I wanted to give it another go just to see if like maybe it's changed or maybe it's better now, maybe I would like it. I do not like it. This one is definitely not empty. There is a lot left in here, but this just leaves my hair so gritty. Like I can feel every bit of it in my hair, and it's like funky and gritty and like it sticks to itself almost. I just really dislike this one. I've tried to use it in a lot of different ways and I want to love it because it's very affordable, being suave and all, but it's just not the tea. It's not gonna work for me. Don't like it. I could have included a ton of Batiste empties in this video if you wanted to see that. I am strange and weird in that way. I collect all of my empty Batiste bottles. I have so many empty dry shampoo bottles from Batiste. They are my ride or die. They're my absolute favorite, but I never include them in my empties because it's like, it's just so repetitive. Like I'd literally be showing you like 5 empty bottles of Batiste right now, and I have them. I could show you. I feel like no one's trying to see that, right? We have another deodorant from Suave. This is the Tropical Paradise scent. I do prefer this scent. When I can find this one, I'll buy this one. It's kind of like a pineapple coconutty vibe. I really like that one actually. We've got a charcoal clay bubble mask. I actually got these 2 samples in an Ipsy bag and I loved this mask. I'd never tried a bubble mask before in my life, but I was absolutely in love with this one. It was awesome. But this left my skin so exfoliated and so smooth and so radiant. I just really enjoyed this. I haven't purchased it or looked into purchasing it or how much it is or anything, because again, trying to burn through my collection of things before I repurchase anything, but I really liked this one. I would definitely recommend it. I have another face mask that I also got in another Ipsy bag. This is the Love Recipe Aloe Mask. How cute is that little illustration? I don't like sheet masks. I'm not a sheet mask kind of gal. Anytime I've tried them, I just feel gross the entire time they're on my face. I wish I was that person who was like, oh, it's so relaxing. You just sit there and like zone out, because I'm not that way at all. I'm like, ugh, my face feels like wet and cold and clammy and just nasty. And when you peel it off of your face, that feels disgusting to me. I'm just like, ugh, like it makes me, it revolts me. I don't like sheet mask. I didn't like that one either, no exception. I have a e.l.f. illuminating eye cream. I love this stuff. I used up this entire jar to the very last drop. I've talked about this before. I used to use this before I put on concealer underneath my eyes, and it did a really good job sinking in quickly and hydrating my skin so my concealer never went on chalky or patchy. I have stopped using this because I just haven't repurchased it since I ran out, and honestly, I haven't really noticed that big of a difference since I stopped using it, so I don't know that I will repurchase it. But if you're looking for a really lightweight under eye cream, that could really be it for you. It's like $11, very affordable, nothing too crazy. But another Suave deodorant, Tropical Paradise. I have a Trader Joe's Rose Facial Oil. Again, I talked about this in that Trader Joe's beauty video. I love this stuff so much. I love this rose oil. I really notice a big difference when I'm using this. It decreases the look of scars. It reduces the redness on my skin. This does a lot of really great things for my skin. I love this. I've repurchased it. I'm going to continue to use it. It may have been seasonal. It might not be at Trader Joe's anymore, but I have like 2 backups that I bought, so I'm set for a while. This is the Belief Hungarian Water Essence, I guess moisturizer. It just calls it a water essence. This was pretty nice. I used this as a moisturizer before I went in and did my makeup. This is an Ipsy sample that I got. Alrighty, next up we have a brow gel. This is from Essence. I loved this. It's a clear brow gel. If I had one gripe about it though, it does get like nasty. See how it's like brown and kind of gross in there? I don't love that about it, definitely not, but as far as a brow gel goes, I really liked this one. It did a really great job holding my brows in place all day long. I have tried out several other ones since getting this one, and I like this one the best. This one is the most affordable, and it just so happens to be the best. It held my brows the best, like in place, you know, like you could feel it holding it, which is what I need. Next up we have, ooh, almost broke that. This is a ColourPop setting spray in Aquamarine. I don't even know if they make this anymore. This got really mixed reviews. I did a whole video about the Aquamarine collection. Like I said, I don't even think any of it's available anymore. I think they discontinued it. I wanted to love this. but I just didn't. I ended up using this a lot to dampen my beauty sponge or refresh my face rather than kind of setting my makeup because the mister on this was not the best. I have a ColourPop Brow Boss pencil in the shade Blondie. I love this. This is an amazing brow pencil. It is awesome for days where you don't want to wear a ton of makeup. It's one of my favorite makeup tips is on days where you're trying to not wear like a full face of glam is to do your eyebrows a little bit lighter than you would normally do them. So that's why I have the Blondie shade. This came in really handy for that. Really liked it. Have repurchased. I have a Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Translucent. This is a staple in my life. It is $3.99 at Walmart. It's super affordable, very cheap, does an awesome job keeping my makeup in place and keeping me matte, which is exactly what it says it will, stay matte. But I really like this powder a lot. I've definitely repurchased. I always have a backup of this on hand, so when I run out, I automatically have a new one, so have repurchased. I have a Bumble and Bumble Don't Blow It hair styler, well, air styler cream. This is a air drying cream that's supposed to help your hair have a great hair day without the hassle. I didn't really notice any difference whatsoever when I used this, so I wouldn't recommend this. I think I got this in a Sephora Play box way back in the day. I have another brow pencil. This is from NYX and it is their micro brow pencil in the shade Taupe. I really liked this one as well. This is a lot smaller of a brow pencil. It's definitely like a teeny precision brow pencil, very, very small. But that being said, it's not as creamy as the ColourPop brow pencils, which can be a good thing because I didn't find myself going through this one nearly as quickly as I burned through the ColourPop ones. I really like this one. I haven't repurchased it just because ColourPop is more affordable, so I buy those now, even though I go through them faster. Maybe I should be buying this one. Would recommend this though. It is a really good product. Speaking of brow pencils, I have yet another ColourPop Brow Boss pencil, but this time it's in the shade Light Brown. Again, this is a great brow pencil. It's awesome. It's got a little bit of wax to it, so it holds your brows while you're doing them. You don't really have to go back with a brow gel if you don't want to. Really enjoyed this. Have repurchased. It's always a good time from ColourPop. I have a Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Hydrating Equalizing Primer. I don't really know if I believe in primers. You know, like I like to use moisturizers before I put on my foundation, and that is where I found I've gotten the best like staying power and results. But this was okay. Like it definitely mattified my skin a little bit, but that's not always what I'm looking for, especially because so many of my foundations are mattifying. I don't necessarily need a mattifying primer on top of that. So it was okay. Would I buy this? Absolutely not. I have a Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Intense Black. Definitely got this in an Ipsy bag. This was really nice because the point on this is very, very fine tipped. It is very easy to get a nice thin line, but sadly I used it until it died. It is totally dried up now. Cannot use that one anymore. I would repurchase if it wasn't so expensive, but just because of the price point, I'm not going to. Ooh, I've got a L'Oreal Youth Code Sunscreen Skin Illuminator Tinted All-in-One Moisturizer with Broad Spectrum SPF 20. Wow, so many names on this one. This is hands down my favorite tinted moisturizer like in the world. It starts out white and then it does that like color changing thing. I don't really believe in all of that, but it does that. It's one of those. I love this. This was a repurchase. I have not yet repurchased it because I'm trying desperately to burn through my other tinted moisturizers that I don't like as much. The only gripe I really have about this is it can go a little on the orange side. It's not like noticeable. It's nothing crazy. It's not very apparent, but it's just like barely leaning on the orange side, and that's not my favorite. It is also like insanely dewy, so sometimes I like that. Sometimes my skin needed all that hydration and all that dew, but most days I would set this down with a little bit of powder if I was going anywhere. Definitely going to repurchase this one, just haven't yet. I have a Tony Moly little face pack. This is a charcoal mask. I don't remember this really doing anything for my skin. I think I either got this in a Sephora bag or an Ipsy bag, one of those. I really feel like this did a ton for my skin. It didn't freak my skin out. It didn't break it out at all. I love charcoal masks just for the sake of doing a mask, but I wouldn't repurchase just because I didn't feel like it had any noticeable effects on my skin. We've got a Cover FX Illuminating Primer Base. This was really nice, actually. This gave a really subtle, soft glow to my skin. I like to use this underneath my foundation. However, most of the time when I did that, it kind of covered up the glow. So I did try mixing this in with a foundation and it kind of sheared it out too much. So it was kind of that like delicate balance situation. But for what it was, an illuminating primer, I did like this. Will not be purchasing because of the price point, but I did like it. Oh man, we have a Laura Mercier translucent face powder. This stuff is awesome, as I'm sure you've heard 7,000 billion times on YouTube before. The Laura Mercier face powder is pretty much like #1 of all time. I loved this. It was great. I will not be purchasing because of the price point. I know I'm a broken record and I'm a cheapskate, but it is what it is, y'all. I'm living life on a budget. I really liked this, really enjoyed it for the time that I had it, but can't afford to repurchase it. All right, we have a Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm. I really liked this, again, from an Ipsy bag. Pretty much anything sample size you can assume came from Ipsy. I really enjoyed this, really liked it a lot. Can't afford to repurchase it, but I did enjoy it a lot while I had it. Would recommend. Pretty much everything I've tried from Belif was really good. I have a Gimme Brow from Benefit. Look how cute this little baby is. He's so precious. I really liked this because the brush on this is very, very teeny and tiny. I don't know if the full-size version has such a tiny brush on it, but that is why I liked it, is it was so easy to get in like exactly where I needed to get in with my eyebrows and not get it all over the place. Then I have a ColourPop brow gel in the shade Dope Taupe. I was actually really surprised that I finished this and kind of proud about it. I have repurchased it, but like, can we just take a second? Look at that. Like, I completed this entirely and I'm so proud. I love their brow gels. I'm wearing this on my eyebrows today. Actually, it's all I have in my eyebrows today. It's what I use almost every single time I go to fill in my brows. I love this brow gel. I would highly recommend it. It's my favorite. I have a L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. Y'all know I love this mascara. I just recently reviewed a lash primer that goes with this mascara, so check that out if you haven't seen it. But I've definitely repurchased this and I will continue to do so forever and ever. I love this. It's my holy grail mascara. It's my absolute favorite. And again, that's all I have on my eyelashes today. It's just L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It's the best. And last but not least, I have the Hoola Light Bronzer from Benefit. Again, this was something I was very, very proud to have finished because it took me a while. I bought this in March of 2017. So it took me like a year and a half to finish this, but I'm so excited about it. I have kind of repurchased it. Hear me out. So this is like $32. It's expensive, but what I repurchased is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless face powder in the shade 310 Give Me Sun. I found that out through, again, the Taylor here on YouTube. That is an exact dupe for Hoola Light, so I've repurchased that one and it's great. It's been working out super well. I noticed hardly any difference between the two at all, so I'm extremely satisfied with that purchase, and that's why I won't be repurchasing that. That is it, you guys. That is everything that was in my empties. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love talking trash with y'all and collecting all my stuff. If you like these videos, let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leaving a comment down below for me. I love talking to you guys so much. Thank you to every single one of you who is already subscribed. It means the world to me to see my channel growing. Y'all have no idea. It keeps me motivated, keeps me excited about it. So thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much and I hope you have a good week and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.